Good afternoon. My name is Cody Heindel, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to set up, get ready, and properly load rifle cartridges. So, for this, you're going to need to do a couple things first. You're going to need to decide which kind of cartridge you're going to load, whether it's a 7mm, 270, or 30-06, or whatever cartridge you want to load. Then you're going to need and find a load data book, which is going to tell you all the important stuff, such as your cartridge holder sizes for your presses, the right dies you should use, the amount of powder and what kind of powder you want to use, and what grain bullet you want to use. So once you get all that, you got to collect your stuff. Go sort through all your brass, get your right brass for the bullet you want to load, get out the right bullet tips you want to load, find your right powder, and place the dies and bullet holders into the presser. Once you complete all that, you're going to take and use the first die, which is going to re-neck, resize, and deprime your cases. So you're going to put a little bit of case oil on your case, and then put it in there and press down on the cartridge on the press, and it will do all three of those at once. Once you finish that process with all your cartridges, you take and use a primer hole cleaner tool, which is a little brush that you spin in the primer hole to make sure there's no debris, dirt, and powder residue left over, so you get the clean charge going directly into the bullet. Once that's done, you take and get the reprimer tool, when you put a bunch of brand new primers in that, and then you seat the primers back into the bullet. Once you reseat all your primers, then it's time to get your scale and your bullets ready for repacking. So with your scale, you calibrate it, make sure everything's on, you put your powder in that you're going to use. There's many different kinds, so you want to make sure that the powder that you're using is the one that's desired for that load. And once you get the powder in and the scale recalibrated, you put in the amount of powder you want into your punch pad and you dispense it. You do one bullet at a time, so there's no overcharging your cases, which could get very dangerous. And once you do that, you take the cartridge with the powder, and it's already been reprimed. You take the desired bullet tip, and you take it back to your press where you use the second die, which will seat the bullet to the desired depth inside the case so it fits right in your gun. Once you do that, you keep repeating that one at a time, one charge at a time in each brass, so you don't get the double charges that I was talking about. Once that's completed, you seat all your bullets, you find your rifle, you take and put the shell in your rifle. If it doesn't fit, you have to go back and readjust your dies so it seats the bullet a little bit deeper, so you don't have problems with your action opening or closing. And if you want to get even more in depth, you go into what's called candling a bullet. You take and you burn wax, and it'll put a bullet film or a wax smoke film on the bullet, and you'll be able to check your head spacing on your bullet. And once that's done, it'll be an appropriate fit for your gun. And then if you want to take and make measurements and notes about your bullets, you get a micrometer out, you measure the tip of the bullet to the base of the bullet, and it'll tell you how long it is. You keep that on record. You could save your load data on a sheet of paper, or if you want to even get more in depth, you put it in a spreadsheet, and you should be good. So the next time you go out there and you're ready to load more bullets, you pull out the sheet of paper or your file on your computer. It'll tell you how much powder you use, what grain bullet you use, what the overall length of the bullet is, and you'll be able to get a very precise load and recreate what you already did. So thank you for your time. hopefully I was able to tell you a little bit about hand loading rifle cartridges, and maybe you might get interested enough to start doing it yourself. Thank you.